Hey guys, in this video we're going to be talking about completing the square. So we know that there's the standard form when we're talking about quadratic functions. We have something called a quadratic form where we can represent a function in this format. Ax squared plus bx plus c. And this is the standard form. We can also represent quadratic functions in something called the vertex form. So as you can see here, I have three graphs, 1, 2, and 3. So each graph has a couple critical points. So in this graph right here, graph number 1, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 critical points. These two critical points, 1 and 2, these are x-intercepts. This one right here is a y-intercept, and this maximum here is a vertex. And we'll come to what a vertex is in a moment. So let's look at this second graph. We have the x-intercepts, a y-intercept, and a minimum, which we're going to call the vertex. Again, for graph number 3, we have 2 x-intercepts, 1 y-intercept, and then it's also labeled vertex. This is because the vertex is the maximum or minimum of a quadratic function. And it can be identified as, the coordinates can be identified as h, comma, k, right here. So this point right here, the maximum, it is the vertex, so the coordinates would be 1, comma, 1.5. Okay, so let's say we have a function here. Y equals p squared minus 6p minus 40. So this is in standard form. Now, can I convert this into vertex form? Well, I have the a value when I label this. So if I label this a, b, and c, I certainly have my a value over here and over here, which is 1. But I don't have my h and k values. So what do? The first thing you're going to do is this simple formula, b over 2, over 2 whole squared. This is going to give you one number that is going to help you convert from standard to vertex. So our b value is negative 6. So negative 6 over 2 whole thing squared. So negative 6 divided by 2, that's going to give us negative 3. And negative 3 whole squared is positive 9. So what we're going to do is add positive 9 to both sides. And when I mean both sides, I mean like this. So we're going to have p squared minus 6p plus 9 minus 40 plus 9. Minus 9, sorry. So we're going to do 1 plus and 1 minus. Because that way we can factor this part, and then this would be a constant at the end, our k value. So let me include my y equals. Okay, so now that we have this, let's factor this part. So we have two numbers that multiply to give us our c value, which is 9. Two numbers that add up, the same two numbers that give us the number 6, our b value. That would be 3, 3, 3. Recognize that they're the same. So for our vertex form, we would have to have the same factors. So in this case, we would have y equals, we only need 1, so a times x plus 3 squared, and then this is our k value, right? So negative 40 minus 9 is negative 49. So remember, I didn't put my a value here because it's just 1 for this question. So we can just leave it as it is. Okay, so now our vertex remember, was h comma k. So if this is my vertex form over here, my vertex for this problem would be -3, comma, -49. And that's how you'd find the vertex, by completing the square.